Hi there, everybody. You know, it was a pleasure, it was an honor to speak with you. And really, I just want to acknowledge you for taking this class during the summer. When you can be really enjoying your life and having fun and doing something that's other than school or educational, especially you just got through finishing a whole years of school. And so, it really takes a lot, and it really means a lot about you that you are in this program, first of all. And so I acknowledge that in you, and I'm inspired by you being in this program. And I don't think I went to any summer programs, and I always wish I did, actually. I don't think my high school had the summer programs, and I know a lot of kids did go to summer programs, and I always wish that I did go. And for some reason, either they didn't offer it, or I didn't know about it, or maybe my parents, I'm sure my parents probably didn't know about, if there were any extracurricular programs out there. But really, I'm making this video because I just want to say thank you, and it was really an honor to speak before you and to be a part of the panel along with Darcy Green and Rudy. There was lots of take-homes. And a take-home message is something that, a seed, I always refer, a lot of the work that I do, I refer as a garden, and the metaphor of gardening and seeds and flowers. And what I do know from experience is that anytime I listen to someone speak, whether I like the person or not, putting personalities aside, I'm always looking at the principles of what people share. And because everybody has a lot of beautiful gifts to share. And also what I do know is that anytime I listen to somebody speak, I always grab a nugget or a seed that I can plant into a garden, and I can use that in my life to grow as a person, and to maybe to walk through some fears that we talked about today. A lot of things that that we talked about today is talking about it's okay to be different. And, my daughter has a book that it's okay to be different. And when I first saw that book, I thought, oh my God, this is the greatest thing in the world. And because I felt so different and I thought it was not okay. And so when I saw this book for my daughter, I thought, oh my gosh, we got to read this every day. I want her to know it's okay to be different. And a couple weeks ago, my husband's friends came over to visit, and they're from Morocco, and their daughter has curly hair. And and she's 4 years old, and the mom is telling me, she says, that her daughter, comes home and says, I wish I had straight hair, Mommy. Imagine that. And at that moment, I thought, oh my God, it's okay to be different. And I just remember this book. I had to go to, go grab the book and share it with her. And I let her take it home so she can read it with her daughter, at least get that conversation started. And so, that is really my message, that it's okay to be different. I know that you're in high school right now, and, there's so many things that are going on during high school. I just remember, so many different personalities. You don't know who you are. Maybe you do. Maybe you want to be the rebellious. I remember I wanted to be, chola and shy girl, and, all these different personalities that I saw out there that were not me. And so, I just invite you to really keep repeating this. I know we practice doing some fun saying it out loud, but really is to remember it's okay to be different. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, it's okay to be different. I am unique. I am special. Some of those things I do with my daughter when we're driving in the car, I tell her, she repeats after me, and I say, I am a leader. And then she says, I am a leader. And so, and I ask for help, and she's saying that she asks for help. And so, I invite you, it's tough being a teen. I'm not sure I'd really want to go back to being a teen, but because of all the pains and, all the, I keep talking about how I was made fun of. And so that really caused so much pain in me that probably that's why I do what I do, because I don't want other people to suffer the same pains that I went through. And, you know, I didn't have the parents that were super supportive as, you know, some of you may have, you know, that talk about going to college, or that you're, you know, you're beautiful, you know, all these different things, because you know, that's probably another story. But I'm making peace with that too. And so you might have the same thing in your life of, you know, I know sometimes when I do the workshop, sometimes I have people say, you know, that I don't have like that happy family. Well, you know what, it's okay to be different. You don't have to have that, you know, and that's a process, is to make peace with that part of your life, to make peace with every part of your life, and to say, it's okay, this is who I am. And even, especially if you're 16, 17 years old, you know, lots of people, I mean, I shared today that, you know, who I am today has been, especially in the last 2.5 years, has been, I have accelerated in my growth rate in the last 2.5 years. And what I do share is that you don't have to wait till you're 37 years old to like get to know yourself, and to be at peace with yourself, and to feel confident in your own skin, and to be okay that you are different and unique and beautiful, and that you have lots to offer. You don't have to wait until you're my age, you know. And so I think that's like a real driving passion behind why I came to your school today to go talk with you, and why I spoke the way I did. And because I really feel deeply about this subject, because my parents didn't tell me these things, and I had to learn on my own, or just watching other people, and, you know, going through the different various stages of different groups of friends, and trying this and this and that, and thinking that that's cool. You know, I didn't have somebody that said, here's, you know, okay, this is how, you know, this is how to be a woman, you know, this is how to be a girl, this is how, you know, this is how you go out with boys, this is what you expect, this is what you can say, you know, all those different things. And so so it's really good that you have Maestro Angulo, who's inviting speakers to come and talk with you. And even if you're not getting it, or even if maybe you don't want to hear the message because you're okay with the way your life is, and that's okay, you know, as long as we plant the seeds, you know, maybe maybe you'll have a calling or a wake-up call later on in life, or maybe you already have it. And so, you know, everybody's in different stages of their life, and I just love to listen to people speak and listen to their experiences. And, you know, today listening to Darcy and her story, I've known her probably since, you know, for probably close to 20 years actually. And Rudy also, you know, I got to know them a lot better today from listening to them on the panel. And so, you know, I take notes, and I invite you too to take notes and get a journal for yourself, and write all these different things. These are like instructions for living. These are instructions for life that you can use later when you need them. And if you need them now, you know what? Make some phone calls, post some comments on my Facebook page, you know, ask me questions. I'm here for you. You know, it's like I look at my little girl, I look at my daughter, and I just want her to live I want my daughter to grow up knowing that it's okay to be different, and that it's okay for her to be herself. And I just want to honor and respect every single part of my daughter in every way that I can, that I am learning different parenting techniques so that I can honor her personality and who she is as a young woman. She's very direct. She says yes and no when she wants. And you know what? We did that too when we were younger. And then something happened, and then we stopped. And so what this is all about is uncovering and taking all those layers off, and, you know, taking away all those hurts and letting go of that, and then going back to who you really are. And I look at my daughter, and she reminds me of who I really am. And so yeah, so thank you so much for the opportunity. Really, it's, you know, for me, what a great way to start. I'm like a big numbers, and I try to find meaning for everything. And so today's July 1st, and to me, for me, when I was a young girl, probably your same age, or, you know, maybe a little younger, I sat in a desk when I listened to a speaker speak, and I said, I'm going to share my story of how, you know, what I shared with you guys today. So, So that's, you know, if you can dream it, you can do it. And you just need to find people like me, like Rudy, like Darcy. You know, there's people out there that really want you to win, and to, because you're the leader. You are our, today is our future. We are living in the future now. And so really look at yourself as a leader. And you are a leader, whether you think you are or you're not. You're either a positive influence or a negative influence. And, you know, either one is okay with where you're at. You just need to be okay with where you're at, and to know that if you are being a negative influence out there in your circles, if you're making fun of people and clowning around and making people feel bad because you feel really bad inside, I invite you to rethink and to reconsider and to believe that you don't have to live that way. You don't have to be a mean person, you know. It's like people made fun of me when I was younger, and it's like just caused me so much pain. And, you know, and if you're one of those clowns, then you may want to, you know, rethink before you're about to clown on somebody. You know, and I know it's hard when you're, you know, you're around your peers and everybody's shooting, you know, and jabbing and, you know, and talking and all that. But anyway, I've been talking for a little while. It's a, you know, a little 11 minutes. And so I just want to say thank you again. Please share this, and I am here for you. And this is really my bigger, you know, this is one of my big missions in life, is to make a difference in our young leaders of today's future. And so help me do that. I can't do that alone. So, so post some comments, and let's keep in touch. And, you know, thank God you got Facebook, and we can be closer than ever with technology. And there's a lot that you can learn from people. You know, I have lots of friends that want you to win and have suffered lots of pain too growing up, you know, in the families, especially when we have immigrant parents. You know, it's a little, it's, you know, it's different. But it's okay to be different, right? So remember, I want you to repeat that. It's okay to be different. So until the next video, and I want you to know something, I love to share videos, and that's why I'm sharing this video, because it's a way that you can have another connection with me. I also do Ustream, where I go on live, and so we can connect. You know, a few of you have expressed that you want some more of, you know, want to hear more of the talks that I have and the message. And so I'm here for you. So please count on me for that, and, you know, we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. So I'll see you on Facebook, okay? Take care.